Eagles, and happy Friday, or should I say Friday? I can't believe it's already another Friday. We only have a few more weeks left of school, so I hope you're working hard and trying to stay focused. I know it's hard as it starts to get warmer and warmer and feel like summer outside, but just do your best because there's only a few more weeks left, okay? And today's book is one of my new favorites. It's called, I love the title of it, Stretchy McHandsome. And if you like cats, you're gonna love this book because it's really about how quirky cats are and all the weird, kind of funny, strange things cats do. So the McHandsome clan, the McHandsome family, that's their name, the McHandsomes, is a large and lively cat family. And the most handsome of them all is the youngest, named Stretchy. He has soft ginger fur, ginger means orange, and he loves getting into mischief. But it's not easy being the youngest of a big, rowdy cat family. So Stretchy decides to strike out on his own and see what the world is like outside of his family home. So he goes on a bit of an adventure, and then he realizes that there might be something big missing from his wild and crazy life. So let's read it and find out what Stretchy realizes and finds out when he goes on his adventure away from his McHandsome family. Okay, here we go. Stretchy McHandsome by Judy Schachner. The McHandsome clan was lively and large. They lived in a box with no one in charge. There was Fergus, McDougal, Benny and Roy, Rue, Jamie, Callie, and Joy. And then there was Stretchy, the butterscotch boy. Now Stretchy was different in more ways than one. He was stretchy and handsome, a soft bundle of fun. He was Tom of the Tumble Club, Lord of the Fleas, cuckoo on catnip, a hugger of trees. One eye was blue, the other was green, and around his deer neck hung a stinky sardine. But it wasn't always easy to be the baby of the brood. Of rough tumble feral puffs came tankerous and rude. There were many disagreements over food and where to sleep, and Stretchy always landed at the bottom of the heap. So was it any wonder that Stretchy hatched a plan to take a small vacation from the wild McHandsome clan? So the McHandsome clan is a wild and crazy bunch. There are 9 cat siblings, and then Stretchy. So that's a lot of kitties, right? And they all live together in this box, and they all have fun names. And then there's Stretchy, he's the youngest, and he loves to do crazy stretches in weird ways. And he has one blue eye and one green eye. He loves to do quirky things, like most cats do. He's the Lord of the Fleas. He loves to jump off high things. He loves catnip, and he loves to hug trees, which I like about him. And one of his biggest quirks is that he wears a stinky sardine, a fish, around his neck, which is funny. But Stretchy is getting a little tired of being at the bottom of the pile of all his siblings. So he decides he needs a break. Wouldn't you? His brothers and his sisters all agreed that he should go and gave him a good licking from his head down to his toe. Then after a tasty breakfast of fishy bones and rocks, our butterscotch boy sprang out of the family box. The first thing he did, which to some could be frightening, was dash down the street like butterscotch lightning. He jumped into a fountain, splashed round and round, scratched 200 stretchy marks all over town. The freewheeling kitty made a stop at the zoo, for an ear-splitting roar from a cousin or two. Roar! But the tigers thought Stretchy smelled just like dessert, so the butterscotch boy hid under a skirt. Until, that is, he spotted a mouse, which he chased down a path and into a house, where a hungry old woman, most pleased with her guest, attempted to eat the sardine on his chest. Stretchy escaped with his tail all akimbo to soak up the sun in an old bookstore window. On the sidewalk outside, all squeezed in betweeny, stood a lass named McBride, a real sweet human beanie. She had unusual looks, wore the ears of a kitten, and around her wee neck hung a wild woolly mitten. When Beanie saw Stretchy, it was love at first sight. She raced into the store and squeezed the cat tight. She ruffled his whiskers and butterscotch fur. He replied with a nip, a lick, and a purr. In a matter of minutes, the pair were both smitten. They traded two things, his sardine for her mitten. And then what came next was so utterly fetching. Without breathing a word, they both began stretching. So Stretchy has quite an adventure around town, right? He sets out on his own, he leaves his family, and he just goes, has this crazy adventure around town. He jumps into the fountain and he scratches trees until finally, he goes and sees a tiger in the circus. He meets a crazy lady. He jumps into her house and scares her. And she tries to eat the fish, the sardine off his collar, which is funny. And then he's resting in a bookstore window. I would love to see a cat in a bookstore, right? When he meets his kindred spirit, Beanie. And a kindred spirit is somebody that you feel like you know them immediately when you meet them. You have a lot of things in common. You like the same kinds of things, and you like to do the same kinds of things, and you're just really, really similar to that person. That's what a kindred spirit is. And when Stretchy and Beanie meet, they realize that they're kindred spirits. Of course, they look like they're kindred spirits, right? Because she also has ginger hair and one blue eye and one green eye. And they both love to read books, and they love to do crazy stretches. So Stretchy has found a really good friend in Beanie, but meanwhile, where are the rest of the McHandsome clan cats? Are they gonna ruin it for him? Let's find out. At the very same time, back at the box, McDougal found Stretchy's collection of rocks. It made them all wonder where Stretchy was at, 'cause it's scary out there for a wandering cat. Then every McHandsome handsomely hissed, and as they set off in search of the brother they missed. Fergus found a tiny poop. Callie met the cousins. Benny spied a Stretchy mark. Roos discovered dozens. McDougal met a tired mouse. Jamie made a wish, when Roy and Joy picked up the scent of a very stinky fish. A tiny bit later, a girl and the cat were riding a seesaw and having a chat. Oops. While 2 streets away, 8 noses were seen, sniffing the air for a stinky sardine. By late afternoon, the girl and her kitten had fallen asleep with a fish and a mitten. But when they woke up from taking their nap, Beanie McBride had 9 cats in her lap. There was Fergus, McDougal, Benny, and Roy, Rue, Jamie, Callie, and Joy. And don't forget Stretchy, the butterscotch boy. So, sure enough, Stretchy's siblings in the McHandsome clan came looking for him, right? They realized that he'd been gone a long time, and they decided to find him. And so they each tracked him in their different way, which I thought was really funny, because Fergus finds a tiny poop, and Callie finds the tigers that Stretchy had met. Rue discovers dozens of scratch marks that Stretchy had left around town. Rory and Joy picked up on the stench of his stinky fish that he likes to wear around his neck. And finally, the McHandsome clan found Stretchy and Beanie when they were napping, and they jump on top of him and join in their nap. So I hope Beanie is not too overwhelmed by all these kitties. What do you think she's gonna do when she wakes up and sees all these kitties in her lap? Do you think she's gonna just tell Stretchy that he needs to go back to his home? Do you think his or her relationship with Stretchy, her friendship, is going to last now that the whole McHandsome clan is there? Let's find out. Now the McHandsome clan was still lively and large when they all took a vote to put Beanie in charge. So the brothers and sisters did something quite hard. They lugged their old box into Beanie's backyard. Now here is the kicker, so don't flip your lids, because Beanie McBrite was just one of 9 kids. There was Jordy, Tiny, Coco and Earl, Quentin, Finny, Pickles, and Pearl. And don't forget Beanie, Stretchy's wild woolly girl. So, they were the perfect match, right? Not only did Beanie invite all of the McHandsome clan to come live with her, and I loved it when they dragged their box to Beanie's yard, but once they got there, we find out that Beanie has 8 brothers and sisters. So there are 9 humans for each of the 9 kitties in the McHandsome clan. So it's a perfect match, right? It's the best family, human family that the McHandsome clan could find for them. And of course, that means that Beanie and Stretchy get to be together forever. So I really, really liked this book, not only because it's about quirky kitties and a big clan of cats, and those are always fun to read about, but it's also about finding a kindred spirit and realizing that life is not all about just like having fun and just doing what you want. Stretchy realized that something was missing, and that was Beanie. And so he found his human kindred spirit, and they get to live together forever with the rest of the McHandsome kitties too, which is a good way to end it. So I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I do, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. Get outside, get some fresh air, have some fun, and be ready to get back to work again on Monday, because there's only a little bit of time left before summer starts. We miss you very much. All your teachers do, including me, and we love you too, and I'll see you soon.